There's plenty of mental police games out there for all systems, but is Pursuit Force on the PSP any good? Well, let's have a little look.
Than even Detroit. Not one, but 5 notorious gangs are bringing the
Chief of
state.
Police is forming a new division to clean up gang-related crime.
Today marks the dawn of a new era in crime fighting. We're starting an elite force that'll root out every low-life...
In a city that is full of crime and danger, you need to remove the problem by any means necessary. You play as an officer that will take any risks to get the job done. There are 5 missions, and each has 6 sub-missions. You can only access 2 to begin with, but the more cases you close, the more missions that you will unlock. The missions are Warlords, Capelli Family, Killer 66, Vixens, and Convicts. Each sub-mission will involve a pursuit in a vehicle. These range from helicopters, boats, motorcycles, cars, and some on foot. Your display shows a map in the top left corner, which shows your position and the enemy, and sometimes a distance counter to your destination. In the bottom left is your player health and the vehicle damage meter. This will deplete when the enemy rams your car or shoots at it. In the top right is your objective counter, which tells you how many vehicles you need to take out, or a timer depending on the mission. In the right centre will show you what gun you have equipped, and how much ammo remains. And in the bottom right is your force meter. The benefits of a full meter will enable your health to regenerate quicker when the ability is unlocked. You can shoot the enemy whilst in the air, which makes the takeover a lot quicker, and attacks on enemies will have increased damage. This will fill up every time you ram an enemy, take them down, or bring an enemy to justice. You can sacrifice this gauge if your energy is low or your vehicle damage is critical. You typically race through the streets and motorways looking for the prime suspects. When you approach them, you can attack or jump onto the vehicle. When you do this, you need to kill the criminals in the vehicle. Just empty a full clip into the face, they don't mind. Once they are dead, you can take control of that vehicle and move on to the next target.
You're gonna be in a world of pain, cop.
You to the slaughterhouse, pig!
But is this game any good? It's a good bit of fun, but it can get challenging quickly. The overall control of the vehicles and character are fine, but you need to keep your eye on the health meters and timer, if there is one, as well as where you're going. You will get penalised for hitting civilian vehicles or injuring them, which in turn will affect your final rank. Some missions won't unlock until you've ranked up, and if you're bouncing off civilian cars and shooting them, then this can slow things down. Making a mistake, like getting stuck to a wall, will hinder your progress, and will stop you from reaching the checkpoint before the timer runs out. It can get frustrating, and there's lots going on at one time, but it's not a total game killer. Extra features are Race, where you can compete in a sprint to the finish in a vehicle from the main missions. Time Trial, where you can try and beat the fastest time by using cars from the main game you've unlocked. In the options you can find the cheat option, but this is only available when you have unlocked them from the main game. The graphics are really good, and you can see in the distance without much of an issue, which is great when you're travelling at high speeds and need to see what's coming up. The sounds are good, and so is the music, and it sticks to an intense soundtrack to keep you on the edge. And the gameplay is excellent, you're not just stuck in one vehicle doing the same boring chases. The unique feature of jumping from car to car adds to the fun and challenge. This game costs less than a £5, and I'd say at that price it's worth every penny. It does have its moments where you want to throw the PSP in anger, but honestly, it's more player error than the game's fault. Overall, it's a fun action-packed game with only a few drawbacks, and I'd give it 80%.
Thanks for watching. If for some strange reason you like my videos, please consider subscribing so I don't feel so unpopular. Do you know what I mean?